Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you already subscribed, thank you very much. If you are not, please subscribe. Today we're going to talk about Dr. Matthew. Dr. Matthew is going to be on X on Musa Khawula space. Please hear yourself what he say when Musa asked him about his career of doctor, being a doctor. Thank you very much. Please watch.
Guys, please, let's respect the doctor. Stop calling him Matthew, Mateo. Dr. Matthew, please. Let's put some respect to his profession. Thanks.
Yes, guys. He's just going to fetch his stethoscope. I mean, headphones.
Guys, guys, ngicela siqaleni kahle. Niyakhumbula uNotha, asiqaleni kahle.
Unotha uhlala e-America kula one room situation. I'm like, Notha, why ungabuyi? Why ungabuyi South Africa kube right? Uthi Chomi, I am hustling, but I'm like, we understand. Chomi, ke wayibona i-room yaka Notha?
Mina Choba ngifuna ukuthuka uNotha, angikaze ngiyibone.
Yeah, mina ngayibona shem. Angenzele i-video call. I'm like, ngcono nase Hillbrow. Why ungavele ubuye uzohlala eHillbrow ke makuthi, you know, life is rocking. Because kuyafana kuthi use-America akwenza umehluko nje uma uzohamba uyohlala eHillbrow or uyohlala e-Orange Farm.
Doctor is not ready.
Zoe, kubanilo unga mutangi mic. It sounds like patient there at the back. Whose mic is that?
Doctor. It's our good doctor.
Yeah, Nisile yezwa. Hi, baby. Okay, that's good, Chomi. I think wherever you are, try and keep that position because at least we having some stability, some signal stability, and then we can have a conversation. And I do want you to know that this is a conversation. It's not, I wouldn't see it as an interview because we don't do that at Musa Khawula. You know where they do interviews at that McG and then they said they ran out of people to interview. I'm like, that is crazy. How do you have the biggest platform and then you come out and say you have ran out of people to interviews when there is stars and upcoming stars like your Dr. Matthews and then everybody. Anyway, hi, jailbirds. Matthew. Oh,
Hi.
Chomi, I want us to start from the beginning. I know that everybody is here for when you became a doctor and then you was a fake doctor and the one not. We are gonna get to that. Okay. But I like us to get to a good timeline so that everybody understands. Those that know the story, they do this, that don't, and then you know, they can also get to know you and where you come from and all of that stuff. Just start there and take it from there.
Okay. So if you want to know about my childhood, that type of, are we going that back?
We are starting there. We are so starting there because there is 2 birthdays. There is a 98, there is a 96, and whatnot. And I think you need to put that into perspective. When were you born and all of that?
Okay. So I was born in and I stayed in the Northwest, and then my mom came back to Joburg to come and work this. And in the Northwest, I went to crash that side. I did my grade 1, grade 2, grade 3 that side. And then 2006, I think it was, I then came to Joburg. Zoe. And then I've been in Joburg ever since.
So when you moved to Joburg, you are doing your grade 4. What school is this? Because obviously there's people that did go to school with you that can corroborate such information.
Okay, so in the Northwest, I went to a school called Kwalakito Primary, right? So in Kwalakito, I left midterm, right? So I left midterm of grade 3, and then I came to Joburg. So when I got to Joburg, I was living in the Randburg area. There's a school called Robin Hills, right? So when I entered that school, we wrote an entry exam or whatever it's called, and then I was promoted, and then I skipped my grade 4, and then I was promoted to grade 5, right? And then I did my grade 5, and then I was then promoted yet again, and then I was promoted to grade 7. So all of this is in one school, Kwalakito. So once I was then done with my grade 7, my principal, told me that, hey, there's this scholarship to do Cambridge education. You should apply and all of that. So I applied, and then I got the scholarship. So when I also went to the Cambridge, which is the Cambridge Assessment International Education, I also did an entry there as well, an entry test. And then they placed me in grade 9. And then I continued until A level. So A level, it's like your first year of university, right? So it's like that introduction into varsity. So it's also quite beneficial, like go to varsities internationally and all of that. So then so the next school was Oxford Academy. And then I left that one, I think it was 2015, 16, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember that well. And then I left there with an A level, which is a Cambridge AICE diploma. So for short, we just call it a high school diploma, and they call it A level certificate.
So now, Chomi, how many times were you promoted in the middle of these schools? Was it 2 or 3 times?
3 times.
So that is grade 4, your grade 8, and there would have been grade 10 next.
No. It was grade 4, grade 6, and grade 8.
So now, tell me about, we hear that. Tell me about your entry into the Big S Verds and how that came about and which year was this. And I would also like to use, because obviously we also do know, our doctor friends, there is no way that you were alone in class and whatnot. You can also dabble into the examples, into the names of the people that you were with in class. For 5, 6 years, these people you was with, you can use those as an example.
Okay. Went to Wits 2015 or 16, between somewhere there. Can't really recall that.
The HP specific, was it 2015? Was it 2016? Which year was this?
Okay, let's see. So I graduated in 2020. So I would say 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, so it was 2015.
You get your entry, and then is there someone that you think or any person would know that you were with in class? Like if I was with, Dr. Musa Mtombeni in class, I would use Dr. Mtombeni in class. That there's the people that I was with, because obviously at the end of the day, we all meet on the socials.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I mention names, y'all won't even know the people. Like there's no one popular person that I would say that, okay, I went with this one to school or anything of that sort. So there isn't like that one particular popular person.
And okay, going into that, obviously after you qualify, after you finish, and then you have to do your in-serve. Your in-serve would be 2 years, and then you also do your community service. Where did you do that? Your in-service training followed by your community service? Where was that? And how old were you, if you were to give a good time frame?
So I started my intern when I was 21. Yeah, I was 21, and then did it for 2 years. I'm not sure if I should mention names of institutions, but then I guess I can. Okay, So what is this thing called? So remember that in intern, you will do it at various different hospitals depending on the rotation. So I have done my rotation at Helen Joseph. I have done it at Coronation. I have also thing it at Chalamakeke. So it just depends on what rotation you have done. I did my, what is this thing? Primary healthcare at Discoveries, which is in Florida.
Wait, Chomi, wait. But if
Yeah.
you, and it's after you finish, okay, that you've graduated from the varsity, you get placed at a specific hospital. The rotations, yes, they could happen because of the shortages, but you will get placed that I've gotten, like myself, when I did my community service, I did it in the East Rand, but I was placed in that specific hospital. So where were you placed according to the varsity? Where did they place you? And then whether you rotated or not, I think it's irrelevant.
Yeah.
But they placed you somewhere. Where were you placed for your in-serve and
So
for your community service?
At Helen Joseph.
And that's where you also did your community service.
Oh, so my community did it in the Northwest. So you don't do like in cities, big cities. I'm currently doing community service, so I'm not done with it.
So you saying that you were a bursary student, because if you were a bursary student, obviously that always comes from your disadvantaged backgrounds and the whatnot. If you applied to that, when you applied for your bursary, and then you would have said, after you finish with the school and then you get placed where your bursary was paying, were you a bursary student actually, or were you not?
No, I wasn't. So the scholarship, I think a lot of people confuse a scholarship and a bursary. So scholarship was in camp with the Cambridge syllabus. So I didn't pay school fees and that whole entire thing. But then my actual education, it was not bursary or government or anything like that.
Okay. I will open the floor at some point, as soon as probably when I'm done, because I only have like a couple of questions left. And then I think not everybody, but a couple of people, would like to ask you some stuff wherever I missed and the whatnot. So if you would give us a chance, and then everybody can fill in wherever I didn't, so that the whole thing makes sense, because it comes with a lot of confusion. And everybody says you're not a doctor, but you keep insisting that you are. And now I wanna fast forward to where we are at now. When you started your TikTok and the whatnot, take me through that journey to when you start, selling that immunoglobulins and the whatnot. Do you know your story, so you can just talk into it?
Yeah. Okay, so I started my TikTok 3 years ago. It's crazy that it's 3 years. So when I first started my TikTok, so I would take videos at work, doing different rotation, different rotations, surgery. So some of the contents that I used to post used to be surgical until TikTok, and then blocked the whole account. And then I shifted into HIV AIDS. I also founded an NGO called Greater Than AIDS Africa. So I founded that thing was all about HIV and AIDS content. So I would host lives where people both, who live with HIV and don't live with HIV would come in, ask HIV related questions. We would invite other doctors, other nurses, kind of have that type of conversation. And that's how I grew my account to the, huge following that it had, because it was HIV and AIDS. So as you know, we will continue doing the HIV and AIDS content. A lot of the other questions I would get from people will be about, supplements, like weight loss supplements. I don't know if I should mention names, but then, they would tell me that, oh my God, there's this specific nut that I eat. It caused me, to have kidney failure. Now I'm on hemodialysis and all of that, you understand? So I was like, okay. So clearly here, there is a market for supplements. People want things that actually work and which are not going to really affect their kidney. So that's where the idea of AfriBloom kind of like came to be. It started about now, it's about 10 months. So it started with our liposomal L-glutamine, which is popularly known as the Mukabe pill. The name just came from the people who were using it. And so one of the biggest misconceptions is people think that we fill the capsules ourselves, and no, we don't. In fact, if you followed the journey from the humble beginning, you would know that there was a video that I used to do at the lab that packages it. So we just get the end product. And when we started off at first, you know, we used to do our own stickers, right? So that is why people, you know, were talking about that barcode that was written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, or whatever. So we used to do that our own. We used to do our own barcodes, because for the lab to put design and put the barcode was like 20 Rand per bottle. And we're like, no, we can do that ourselves. So we did it for about 2 months. And then after 2 months, then we, you know, kind of like grew as a company, and then we started going for the more professional look. So our barcode changed, our bottles changed, a lot of the things kind of like changed now to be more professional looking, you know. And the support has been amazing. The support has been amazing in that regard, no complaints. So even these people who are saying, it's fake product, I wonder fake based on what evidence. And then people then started, you know, requesting other products we should look into. And the biggest one was something for hormones to help, not necessarily, you know, like balance your hormones, but to actually counteract the symptoms of like menopause, PCOS, and hot flashes and all of that, right? So we have a team of, you know, different types, because then also people didn't want something that, you know, had side effect. They wanted something very herbal, you know. So we kind of like invited different people in different fields. We have a herbalist who's also a professor and a researcher. We have homeopathic doctors. We have a group of people that kind of like advise us on different herbs we could try. And then we then looked at this particular Chinese herbs for our hormonal tea. And then we were looking for herbs that are scientifically tested. So we wanted something that we could say, listen, scientifically, this is what this thing actually does. This is how it works. We didn't want to go based on, you know, you go to a Sangoma, Achai, Puzalana, and have faith. We didn't want something like that. We wanted something that could be tested. And so that is why we then imported our herbs from China, because a lot of are already scientifically tested. Then yeah, Shem, we as the business, it grew to also other African countries, and that's been the journey of this.
Yeah, Tommy, I want to know, but when do things change for you? Because there's always been, obviously, this biggest rumor that you are a fake doctor, and then you keep insisting that you are not. And then also things did take a turn from there.
Yes.
And then we've also seen, well, personally, you keep saying that, well, you posted your degree, but I don't know any one person that says that they've seen the degree. And then Verts also came in saying that they don't know your ass. And HPCSA don't know who the fuck you are, and the whatnot. Take me to that journey. And also, while you were there, I also want you to put it together with your recent version of events when you got beat at Helen Joseph, how that came about, because all of that is somehow interconnected.
Exactly. Okay, so the trending thing, right? You know how the trending began? It's very, I can't pinpoint. So on the 8th of October, right? I remember it. I was literally at home with a couple of friends of mine, and we're discussing my birthday, which would have been next day on the 9th. And we're there. And because I don't have Twitter, I literally had to download Twitter for this. One of my friends is like, "How are you trending on Twitter? You're like at the bottom of the trend list." And I'm like, "Hey, bro, why?" And it's like, oh no, something to do with you being a fake doctor. And I laughed it off. And I, continued. And then I could see, man, there is that flow of this fake doctor thing. But what kind of like I noticed, it was doctors on my comment section, and they were asking questions about my tea. One of them is like, oh, we want to know how it works. And I'm like, okay, but then the tea is not even out yet. Please send an email there, then I can just forward you the documents and all of it. And I dismissed in the morning, woke up, got a call again from colleagues. They're like, dude, you are trending. What's going on? I'm like, hey, but guys, what do you mean I'm trending? So that's when I did that that video in the, I'm like, hey, but guys, like, I took it very lightly and I continued with my day. Around 12 o'clock, knocked off. Now it's my birthday. We're going to celebrate my birthday 3-day getaway. Now the trending has amplified, right? Okay, so we left our phones. So when we finally came back, I think it was on the 12th, that's when I saw everybody has made a statement. I'm like, hi, Bo, this has made a statement. Gauteng Health has made a statement. HPCSA made a statement. I'm like, oh my goodness, what is this? You understand? So when all of that was happening, now I'm trying to figure out, okay, what is actually happening? Why are people saying I'm a fake doctor? What did I do? What did I say? I'm trying to connect the dots for me to kind of like be like, okay, let me address this. But I couldn't figure it out. But one thing that I noticed was the two being used, the Zingelwa surname and the Lani surname. Now, with the Zingelwa surname, I remember there was a video that I did, think it was last year or 2 years back. I don't remember how that came about or what question the person asked, but I know it's not first time that person has been on my thingy. And I'm like, yay, it is Zingelwa. My name is Zingelwa. I didn't even know there was such a doctor called Zingelwa. It was just a thingy that I literally threw out there, and I moved on with life from there. So I noticed that, okay, this Zingelwa and Lani keeps popping up. And then I was then on my what is this thing called, on my TikTok, and I'm like explaining to people, guys, the Lani surname that you guys are using, it's not the surname that I am registered with. That's a surname that I got in March of 2021. You understand? Because prior to that, I was using my mom's surname, and then they paid whatever traditional things that they paid to change the.
What is your mom's surname? Sorry to cut you, Chomi. What is your mom's surname that you was using before you changed to Zingelwa?
Oh, I'm not comfortable with that, yes.
It's fine, Chomi. Go back again.
Yeah. So when that happened, I was like, okay, no problem. Okay, see what is being noticed. However, I was be like to people, okay, guys. So there was a video. You said you didn't see it because like my account got deleted. But if you go to TikTok and just write Dr. Matthew certificate, it will appear. So there was a video of me there showing people my degree. And Abantu were like, no, it's fake. It's fake. It's, it's not.
I saw it. It was like on the far end of the wall and you couldn't bring it closer. Yes, you switched to it, but no one could read directly it.
No, then there was another one. So, because I posted that one and people were like, no, bring it closer. And then I did another one. So there was another one that I did. Because the one you're talking about was one that I was in the bedroom, right?
Yeah, I don't know where you were, but I seen that one when you just browse through it. You're like, oh, this is my degree.